You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, we're going to talk about the Raiders. That's right. I saw a mock draft from CBS, and I was like, wait, what? I couldn't believe it, and I was like, well, we're talking about that, and we've got an article that's written where it's coming not so much to the defense of Josh McDaniels, but more of a, for lack of a better way of putting it, a crapping all over Dave Ziegler. Now, Michael Mayer looks like a pretty good tight end out there that was drafted by Dave Ziegler. Frankly, Aden O'Connell, and we'll get to that. I said, you've heard me say, I think the kid's got real potential at quarterback. And it's going to kind of circle back around to the Justin Fields thing, but there is a world where Dave Ziegler got the quarterback and the tight end right. Josh McDaniels is a train wreck as a head coach. And I think that has bared out forever. Now, I don't doubt one thing. Dave Ziegler is absolutely trying to distance himself from Josh McDaniel. Why wouldn't you? I mean, really? All right, there's people around the league that kind of feel like Dave Ziegler was doing a pretty good job, and the report came out the other day that Dave Ziegler wanted to trade up for C.J. Stroud, and Josh McDaniels vetoed it. Well, we did that video here. C.J. Stroud is killing it. The Texans won yesterday, and they are breathing down the necks of the Colts for that last AFC playoff spot. But the Texans won. They beat the Broncos, and it was a thrilling game. I mean, the Texans lost a big player. Tank Dell's out with a fractured fibula, but that's neither here nor there. So let's get to this report right here that for lack of a better way of putting it, in my opinion, sort of shits on Dave Ziegler, and I understand that Ziegler and McDaniels are tight, and I get that, but that does not stop Dave Ziegler from being a competent personnel guy. In fact, how do you know what you've really got there with Ziegler? So I said the other day, I think Ziegler probably should get another shot, and one's got to wonder, could the Patriots just hire Dave Ziegler as their general manager once Belichick's gone? We obviously know he has ties to Ziegler, and he was highly, highly thought of as a contender for a general manager's job. And the McDaniels thing may ruin his career, actually. It may happen. So social media was on fire Thursday when Sports Illustrated reported a story that defended Ziegler and examined McDaniels that kept him from doing good things for the Raiders, including Ziegler's plan to trade up and draft Stroud out of Ohio State. It is obvious that Ziegler or someone in his camp is trying to disassociate him from McDaniels and trying to show that he is capable front office man who was hamstrung by a meddlesome coach. Well, if you were in Ziegler's camp, I mean, that's what I would do. I mean, I don't know how these guys are still trying to have careers, and Ziegler's looking around going, 1 year? Really? You know, and I'm not defending Dave Ziegler. He may be straight trash. But I don't blame him for floating the report out, and if the report is true, well, hell, it is another black eye on Josh McDaniels. I mean, there's just no way around it. It's ridiculous that this narrative is being sold from Ziegler's perspective. Please don't take this as a defense of McDaniels. Well, he was awful in every phase of the job and deserved to be fired as Ziegler did. These guys were a package deal. They were college teammates. They were in Denver together. They were in New England together, and the only reason why Ziegler was hired just before McDaniels was because he told Raiders owner Mark Davis that McDaniels would come. We all remember the introductory press conference less than 2 years ago. Ziegler was introduced first, and then McDaniels came out as the big headliner. Yes, Ziegler said he had final say then, but clearly he didn't, or he would have had a chance to make the Stroud trade no matter what McDaniels thought. Plus, it's easy for him to sell that he wanted Stroud, what teams didn't. Being one of many who liked Stroud pre-draft doesn't make him a genius. NFL owners should hire to run their franchise next month. But what he wants people around the NFL to think he's not a McDaniels guy. I get that. McDaniels is awful around the league these days, but truth is McDaniels and Ziegler were a tandem and failed together. Well, look, point of fact, if Aden O'Connell hits, and by the way, I mean, just this past game that they played against the Chiefs, and I don't know why these ads are doing this these days, and it just bounced me completely out of the article. Wow. Okay. Nonetheless, Aidan O'Connell had the best QBR of any quarterback this last, not yesterday, but the previous weekend. The Raiders had a bye yesterday and over this weekend. But the point is, Aidan O'Connell is flashing as a possible quarterback that they did hit on. All right, I said, there's some things here with Aidan O'Connell. 63.5% completion. Yeah, he's got 4 touchdowns and 6 picks. We found out McDaniels, for lack of a better way of putting it, somewhat sabotaged one of his starts in the beginning because he wanted Garoppolo to keep that job, and so he didn't put a game plan together. He's got just under 1,200 yards in 5 games. O'Connell, 271, 245. So he's starting to push the ball a little bit down the field. I'm not too sure that Dave Ziegler didn't get O'Connell right. And it looks like he got Michael Mayer right. So I'm not really defending Dave Ziegler in all of this, but I just don't see the point of even having written that article. Dave Ziegler may be a good personnel guy, but in most cases these days, the head coach is going to get the final say on most of these issues. So anyway, I just wanted to touch on that because I kind of thought it was sort of ridiculous to even point it out to begin with. But, yeah, okay, he's known. If you're Dave Ziegler and Josh McDaniels wants you to be a general manager and you've wanted to be a general manager, are you supposed to turn the job down? I don't get that, really. I truly don't. So, CBS Mock Draft has the Raiders trading for Justin Fields. What? Why? This is crazy. This is silverandpride.com. Raiders are on a bye week. They're sitting at 5-7. When they return, Aidan O'Connell will make his 6th start, hoping to build on a strong performance in Week 12. While O'Connell prepares for the Vikings, mock drafts are starting across the league. CBS Sports released their newest mock on Saturday. Raiders made a move at quarterback, but not for a rookie. It's crazy. Here's the mock draft. Raiders get quarterback Justin Fields and a 5th-round pick. Bears get the 43rd overall 2nd-round pick and a conditional 2025 3rd-round pick that becomes a 2nd-round pick if Fields plays 75% of his snaps for the 2024 snaps. Okay, I saw this and was like, I guess my question is why? If the Raiders traded for Fields, he would become the assumed starter for the Silver and Black. He is having his best season as a passer with 64% and a 92 rating. The arrow points up to Fields, but he still struggles to help his team win games. QB wins aren't the best stats for quarterbacks. He's 7-26, folks. I saw this and was like, okay, Justin Fields is 7-26. Aidan O'Connell's already got 2 wins in 5 starts. I mean, it's ridiculous to me. I mean, 5 more wins will equal Justin Fields' wins. And look, I understand Justin Fields is somewhat flashing, and he may get another chance with another team. In fact, I figure he will at least a chance at competing for a job. But when you're 7-26 as an NFL quarterback, and your touchdown to interception ratio is 36 TDs to 27 picks, I mean, that's still, and I understand he brings the rushing threat, the dual threat part of all this. You know, I get that. But, I mean, he's got 1,963 yards, 11 TDs in his career. He's only run for 1 touchdown this year, you know. And there are some flashes with Justin Fields. In other words, I thought he was pretty close to being what Trey Lance was, right? No, it's clear Justin Fields is better than Trey Lance. I still don't know that Justin Fields is a starting quarterback in the NFL. My gut feeling says no. My gut feeling says no, and I guess my question to CBS would be, why would the Raiders want to move off Aidan O'Connell for Justin Fields right now? And who in their right mind should give up a second-round pick for Justin Fields? Look, the Cowboys are realizing they way overpaid for Trey Lance. I mean, somebody might flip a 5th or a 6th over for Justin Fields, but I'm still putting him. I'd put Justin Fields behind somebody that you know is already questionably a starter. All right? I mean, let's say that, I don't know, anybody. Kyler Murray, the Cardinals. The Cardinals decide they're going to keep Kyler Murray and not draft a quarterback. Okay, then bring in Justin Fields for a 5th to set behind Kyler Murray. If Kyler Murray struggles, give Justin Fields a shot. I mean, I get that, but I don't. I think Aden O'Connell may end up being the guy. I just don't understand the trade or the point. When you're 7-26 and your touchdown to interception ratio is that bad? And that is bad, folks. I'm sorry. It's putrid. All right? 9 more passing TDs than interceptions in 3 years? That's not good. It's not good. Now, the one thing I would have to come out and say, too, that you need to be aware of with Justin Fields is, much like Trey Lance, there is a section of the internet, social media, and the mainstream media that just will not give up on a guy like Justin. They will try to write every article, prop him up somehow. The Bears, it wasn't fair to him, what the Bears are, and blah, blah, blah. Come on. We all know what a good starting quarterback looks like. And if you put Patrick Mahomes on the Bears, I mean, stop it. They probably are 7-4 right now or something like that. I mean, it would come to bear and they would win ball games. We know how this works. So I think Aden O'Connell has certainly flashed enough that you've got to give him the rest of this season. And if he goes 500, if he continues on the same trajectory he showed, for example, last week, I think you got to give him a shot to be the starter next year. I do. I mean, I just, and the guys on the team seem to really like the kid. So you want to firebomb your locker room chemistry, potentially? I mean, Devontae Adams just come out and said this guy's is like, what do you call him? The cool is the other side of the pillow or something. I mean, whatever it was, he said the guy is very relaxed. He's very calm. Well, you can't create that. Some guys come into the NFL and are naturally cool at quarterback, and if that's the case, and the guy's not panicking in the pocket and is not deer in headlights, you may have the quarterback. I saw that, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. None. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.